Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my off-ice warm-up routine that I do before getting on the ice most days. I do also have this beginner-friendly warm-up tutorial on my channel. I'll leave it up on screen and in the description box below, so if you're interested, you can go ahead and check it out. With all that being said, let's get right into today's video. The first thing I like to do before even starting my warm-up is running up and down the stairs or going for a walk around the rink. Running up and down the stairs is really nice because I find that it just warms up my legs a lot quicker than walking. I'll usually do walking halfway through or afterwards if I'm still a little bit tight. After going up and down the stairs, I am then going to move on to easy stretches against the wall just to loosen everything up. The first stretch I do is bending all the way over and touching my toes. If touching your toes is difficult, you can modify it by touching your ankles, touching your knees, or even touching your thighs. Everyone's flexibility is different, so don't push yourself past your body's limits. After doing that for about 15 to 30 seconds, I'm then going to do the same thing, except this time I'm going to cross one leg over the other, and I'm going to make sure I alternate so the left leg goes over the right leg goes over the left, and I'll do both of those for 15 to 30 seconds. You have completed that, you are going to do the same thing, except this time on each side you are going to turn your body towards the side, just like I am showing here in the video. This is going to help stretch open your back and shoulders. After completing those stretches, I am now going to head to the wall and work on some heel lifts. This is going to help with strengthening your ankles, getting them ready for jumps. Rolling all the way through the ball of my foot, I like to do at least 8 to 10 of these. Then I am going to switch and do 5 on each foot. So instead of doing 2 feet at once, I am just going to lift 1 foot up and down, making sure that I am still rolling all the way through the ball of my foot for these. And to finish everything off, I am just going to do some ankle rolls. So this is just going to be stretching after doing those heel lifts that I was working on before moving to foam rolling. No matter what age or level you are as a figure skater, I highly recommend adding some sort of foam rolling to your off-ice warm-up before and possibly after skating, because this is just going to help relax your muscles. It's going to help warm everything up, open up your back. Foam rolling is something I cannot live without. I do this on competition days. I do this basically every day before I skate. First thing I like to do is rolling out my calves. So on both of my legs, I'll alternate. I'll do this for about 10 to 15 seconds. This is just going to help loosen everything up. From here, I will move on and do the back of my hamstrings. Then I'm going to move on and do a stretch that really opens up my lower back, and it massages this muscle that I don't remember the name of, so if I find it, I'll put it up here on screen, but this is actually a muscle that gets aggravated anytime I really hurt myself, so this foam rolling stretch is one I will always do, and this stretch helps me indicate how my body is feeling for the day. So if I find that this is really difficult, I'm going to be easy on myself for skating. If I find that I can flex really easy and get my knee closer to my chest, then I'll maybe try some more difficult tricks for the day. I will then move on to rolling out my back, and I like to go anywhere from my lower back all the way up into my shoulders, and sometimes I will just let the foam roller sit in my shoulders because this really opens everything up. So if I'm a little bit tight after foam rolling, I definitely feel better. The very last thing I will do to finish out all of my foam rolling is to roll out the front of my legs. I find that this plank position is a good core exercise. It also loosens up every part of my legs, so I am ready to jump, spin, work on moves, anything I need to do for the day. Sometimes after this, I will lean forward and just do a nice stretch to open up my shoulders and my back after foam rolling before moving on to one of the last few things in my warm-up. This next exercise was given to me by my physical therapist, and I swear by it now. I do about 8 to 10 on each leg, and that is just staying in this parallel position while twisting my foot out to the side. It has something to do with interior and exterior hip rotations. Don't quote me on that. I'm not quite sure, but that's kind of what I remember from it, and I feel so much better after doing this, so highly recommend this simple step, adding it to your warm-up. Okay, now moving on to an exercise that you're probably gonna love or hate, and that is doing planks. And I understand that planks are not fun, but as a figure skater, once I started doing planks, I noticed a huge difference. So I highly recommend, even if you can only hold it for 5 seconds, please add planks to your warm-up. Trust me, you will not regret it. I will also do a shorter set of side planks on each side. This definitely helps just strengthen my core all around. For a more advanced warm-up, you can also do leg lifts while in the side plank position. You just want to make sure that your body stays in a neutral position without collapsing too much, and this one can be a little bit tricky for me. You can also do these leg lifts where you lift your legs straight up and down out behind you. I really like to do this as a cool down after my plank. No off-ice warm-up routine of mine would be complete without this one exercise. If you've been following me for a long time, you know that I swear by this one because of my lower back injury, and this is going from a camel spin position all the way down into a side lunge. I will make sure to do about 4 to 8 of these on each side. The last few things I like to do now that I'm a little bit more warmed up than I was when I first started is to stretch out my legs, and so I will do spiral positions. Finally, as a good cool down to this warm-up, I am going to swing my legs side to side and do some of these hip twists just to finish everything out. And just like that, my warm-up is complete. I'm ready to put on my skates and head out to the ice. That is it for today's video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on the bell for notifications, and let me know what other types of videos you'd like to see in the comments section below. I will see you in the next one.